Yo! Video games.
We're back. Hi. Hello. Kenny's trying to get us taken down.
Yeah.
DMCA.
Yeah. DMCA.
Right off the start.
Yeah.
Jeffy, thank you very much, dude. Me and Simmons were talking about the Nintendo Direct. Arguably the greatest Direct ever in anything.
Ever.
Ever.
The best.
The
highest quality.
They brought back the Virtual Boy.
Yes.
Like the most desirable system, the most wanted thing.
Ever.
Yes.
Ever.
Like literally.
Did you watch the direct, Kenny?
I did.
Did you see the whole thing, or did you skim
I
it?
saw the whole thing.
Oh, man.
You know, I saw like the whole.
Were you there
Mario
live?
stuff. No, I watched it a little later.
What was the
okay.
thing they ended? Oh, they ended on Fire Emblem.
Yeah,
I forgot.
Yeah, Fire Emblem. Yeah, that was the big thing, and yeah.
Jeff Gearhead, thank you. So it was a thing. We were all there early,
Yeah.
but now we are here. And
Oh, man.
what was the best thing in that Direct, Simmons? What was the best thing?
No.
Fatal Frame 2 remake was
I'll
pretty
tell
crazy.
you what my favorite thing, and it's a thing. It's funny because it's ironic and hypocritical because I felt so much like going to that direct was like going to like a weird tchotchke store where they're trying to sell you a singing bass, but it's a talking flower.
Oh my god, that flower shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
the flower. What was that? That was almost the
The
equivalent
dumb
of,
cactus up there.
of the
That's what that
heartbeat
is.
sensor.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, people don't like this guy. Why do you think people like this guy?
Yeah.
I don't know.
People like the hacks that people did on Mario Wonder where he was swearing up and down.
Really?
I mean, if
Or
you can make the
videos
flower
where
swear.
people replace the sound files or whatever. Hey, fuck you, Mario!
I like that. You can mute the flower. I forgot. I think the things that they're adding to that game, there's so many like, here's an old game that you remember with some new shit. And here's some new shit in your old game. Like,
Yeah.
type of
Honestly,
thing.
the only thing
Mario.
that actually made me kind of like, oh, nice, was that, and I found out Dark Horse is doing it. Dark Horse is printing the real Rosalina storybook.
Oh.
Dark Horse Comics is?
Yeah.
Wow.
They're the ones printing the book.
So they're acting as the
And I was like,
publisher.
oh, that's so nice. I was like, oh,
Yeah,
that's
of
so
course I
sweet
was
for
gonna buy it.
Koizumi. You know, he's getting his book made real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. I was like, it's $25, which is like the cheapest thing they announced.
Yeah.
But
Dude, how much is the Donkey Kong DLC? They didn't say.
it's 20. I bought it.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Ouch.
It's the biggest. It is
Oh,
the biggest
yeah.
ripoff this
So
year.
how much is it?
Indiana Jones is no longer like the biggest. Like, why was this DLC?
Oh, is Indiana
$20?
Jones like one level or some shit?
Indiana Jones is a fucking side quest.
It's a side quest. It's
Yeah.
not like I was hoping it would be like another kind of adventure and all this stuff. It's another side quest in the first level of the game.
So DK is just like one small area?
So you get the island.
Yeah,
the
you
little
get the
island.
gimmick mode.
No bananas on the island. Nothing.
it was on
So
the
no
disc.
reason to search.
There's nothing on the island.
Was the
Okay.
Indiana
But
Jones on the disc or the Donkey Kong?
Donkey Kong was on the DLC. Like, it was in the data. I downloaded it and it downloaded nothing.
Yeah.
It was already ready to go.
That's normal.
They Street Fighter cross Tekken.
Val, thank you.
So you get DK Island, and it's very pretty.
Right.
And it makes you go like, why? I wish more levels looked like this.
Sure.
But there's nothing on the island. There's no bananas. There's no gameplay objective.
So wait a minute.
What
Is it
is
just
on-
a tour?
It's just kind of there. It's just, hey, look at this. And then there's Void Kong, and he starts the new roguelike mode. So it's
Yes.
a speedrun roguelike mode. Now, the first level is on, you just run around Donkey Kong Island just looking for emerald, which is just gold.
Exactly.
You just get as much gold as you can,
Yeah.
and as you smash things, you get upgrades. And you choose one of 3 upgrades. You know, get this more for that. You have all the
Yeah.
and you have this timer, and it's round. You know, every round is like a minute, and then like you're just trying to get as much meet your quota by the end.
So
of
that's
each
the whole
round.
point of the area, is that's only doable in that area.
No, you unlock going back to the old levels.
Old levels.
to
Okay,
just-
that's good.
to do it in the old levels, but not every old level.
But that
Like
mode,
five or 6 old
that
levels.
mode is not for the core game. It's part of the DLC.
Part of the DLC,
All right.
and it's $20.
Huh.
It is $20
To
for
play
this.
the game a different way.
Yeah, it's a mode. It's a little mini game mode, and your permanent rewards are a couple different cosmetics, like a necktie and like some pants and a outfit for Pauline. And so you can do some stuff on the island.
So there's no
you can
like
pay
cool
swaps.
minecart level or something?
No.
Because there's a very few amount of those in the core
you
game.
can find
Yeah.
bonus rooms that give you a bunch of gold, but they're repeats. Like there's 6 bonus rooms on the island that are taken from the main game. It's just sort of, oh, if you want to get like a lot of gold really fast.
Bro, what? That's crazy.
$20. nearly a third of the cost of the game.
So pretty much $20 for another side quest. That's kind of what it feels like.
More or less. Like the DK Island looks nice. It uses Grant Kirkhope's music from DK64, like a remix. It sounds really good. But it's $20 goddamn dollars. This came out 2 months after the game came out for $20. The full experience for this game is $90.
I had the chat telling me this is probably going to be free. And I'm like, this is Nintendo. Nothing is free anymore. Yeah. Nothing is for free anymore. And then they announced the $100 Virtual Boy that is a piece of plastic.
Yeah.
With some 3D, some generic, like, it looked like 3D glasses on the inside. Like actual 3D
some
glasses.
people are wondering if that's even true. It may not even be that. It may
Appreciate
just be the screen is split in two.
Yeah.
And you just have these little plastic dividers.
that
are act as lenses. And you're straight looking at the Switch 2 screen.
Yeah.
And there's just plastic like blinders around your face in the shape of Virtual Boy's helmet.
And it's wild. It's like...
And the $25 one's made of cardboard.
Jeez. And at that point, you're like $25 for cardboard? I mean, like, if you were on the fence of getting it. So you're like $25 for cardboard or just $75 more? And it's just...
I was going to buy it. I'm like, I just want that so we can play it on stream. But then I realized we can't stream it. You can't actually... Somebody said you can't play those games without the Virtual Boy. Like, they will not let them be played outside of the Virtual Boy component. So, like, they're like 3D or bust. If you don't have the 3D aspect, it's required. You cannot play them on a screen. It's like...
Kenny never played a cardboard game.
Really?
Trading card game before.
Like, I would just like to try that stuff. You can't even try it. And here's the craziest part. I think I watched Kyle Bossman talking about this too. It's also weird because you're buying hardware to play this stuff that's on a subscription service. So the hardware is technically attached direct functionality to a subscription service. In 10 years, that might not exist anymore.
Correct.
And then the hardware is just useless.
Yes.
Like, it does nothing. Like, literally nothing. So it's like, okay. It's like, I almost wish that you could just play the games on the Virtual Boy for $100. You know? Instead of it being attached to all this stuff.
I mean, would you pay $100 for Virtual Boy?
I think that there is some value in offering the Virtual Boy one-to-one experience of how it was before, and all the games are just on there.
There was a value if that was you were buying a Virtual Boy Classic.
Exactly, that's exactly what I mean. Like all the games are in the unit
shell, and including a recreation of the controller.
The controller as well. No, that's literally what I'm saying.
All the games are pre-built.
$100 flat out. Like it costs nothing to operate this shit.
Yeah.
Right. Nothing. So they can put a Raspberry Pi even cheaper in that. You can put NES, SNES guts. Classic guts in there to make that work. But they're not doing that. It is literally tied to everything in their subscription service.
And there might not even be this Virtual Boy headset may not even have lenses. It may literally just be plastic dividers.
And it's unstreamable, which is also rough.
Yeah, you're just straight putting your face right up to the
I'm like, I look at this and I'm like, dude, I could do this with my phone. I just shove my phone to my eyes.
You could do your phone and cross your eyes and you can do it for free.
Anyway, I was actually kind of excited about that, but then I realized there's like no way to stream it based on the way they're talking about it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh no. So the fact that it's like 3D or bust kind of is a bummer.
It's on Switch 1 and 2.
Yeah.
It's not a Switch 2 only thing. So part of me is kind of hoping someone, which how opened up the Switch is, to take an old Switch and find a way to like plug that into say like a VR headset, like a Quest, like a Quest 3.
Yeah.
And then just
normal.
Play it on the Quest 3 and then stream that because that's streamable to like a signal.
Right.
And broadcast that to a stream, and so I could literally then hypothetically, theoretically play the Virtual Boy on the Quest.
Yeah,
and stream it.
Sure.
If that becomes some weird possibility, sure.
Nintendo ain't doing that shit.
Nintendo not doing it. This is all going to have to be like.
Yeah.
This is all going to have to be like under.
What are you gonna say?
I'm wondering if dude, no, it's silly. I wonder if my buddy John's gonna get it because he has a Virtual Boy. We make fun of him. He's like, I love my Virtual Boy, and now.
I don't even know. I actually don't even know if any of the Virtual Boy games are even worth playing. Which is
I
something
just
that
wanna
might
see
have been
Street Fighter.
interesting from like a functional standpoint.
Yeah.
Just to see if like, hey, I get it. You take away the 3D.
Wario Land is very good on Virtual Boy, and it's unique. It is not a port. It is not a clone.
And it's like a 2D platformer?
It is a 2D platformer. It is unique solely to the Virtual Boy, and
Okay.
it's pretty good. It's actually very good. Tellero Boxer's kind of neat.
It's like a not punch out.
Not punch out, and you use like shoulder buttons to punch. It's kind of neat.
Virtual Boy on the 3DS.
Mario Clash I enjoyed, but it's like this big updated version of Mario Brothers.
Sure.
Not Super Mario Brothers.
Sure.
Big 3D version of that game, and it's kind of fun. It's kinda
Waterworld.
neat.
Oh, what?
Yeah,
There was
Waterworld was
Waterworld?
not included.
No,
the
Waterworld's-
licensed games
Oh,
were
yeah, 'cause
not
it's
on there.
licensed.
There's a couple games that aren't there.
Waterworld and The Crow.
The Crow. The Crow.
See, here's where it's actually kind of annoying because it's like Virtual Boy, and I'm like, Saturn.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually had Saturn on there as Saturn NSO.
There is a working Saturn emulator on the Switch 1.
But my dude, everything that is of the current NSO marketplace and their emulation
1,000
efforts
used.
is mega low quality.
Jack Bros.
Or it comes out
Jacked Bros?
rough and they
Jack
have to
Bros.
fix it.
But I mean, they could hire M2 or someone
Sure.
to go in and do like a Saturn. Because again, there is a Saturn emulator
Sure.
that ran the Cotton Collection on the Switch 1, and data miners were like, "Wait, this is running a front end. This is not like the games are not running natively. They're running on they're
They're running like YoVideogames or
right." And it's like, wait a minute,
something.
like what is this emulator? So they started throwing Saturn ROMs onto it,
And it was
like-
working.
And it was working.
Yeah.
Damn.
So they're like, oh, it's an emulator, and it actually
Oh.
runs them okay. A little bit of optimization and tweaking, and this
A
would work.
Saturn Pro controller on the Switch. Simmons
Hell
is
yeah.
wet dream.
Well, they actually can't right now because Retrobit has like a licensing deal, which is why we have
Oh
the,
yeah, those.
that's
damn.
why we have the 3-button
Yeah.
one. But anyways, why not that? Why not Saturn? Why not Dreamcast? Why not
Jeez.
throw that on your NSO service? You have Genesis.
Saturn
there.
was more successful than the Virtual Boy.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, by a
Country
lot.
Mile.
By a lot.
Country Mile.
a lot.
I remember the only place I ever played Virtual Boy is at Magic Mountain.
Yeah, I've never played it.
I played it at Magic Mountain because like Nintendo was doing like a truck.
Yeah.
And they had the truck, and I had a season pass for Magic Mountain, and I'm like, hey, let me go see. And I'm like, yeah, and I'm like,
That's definitely a weird situation where it's like that was honestly one of the biggest surprises of the entire show.
Surprised no one's
Lunaris,
talking about
thank
Mega
you.
Man.
Yeah, I mean, legit surprised no one is talking about it. Well, everyone was talking about it after the show was over
chat.
because the show ended.
Yeah, it was on the Japanese version, not the American one. And the problem was that
There's an English trailer too.
yeah, well, I never play any Star Force.
I don't know anything about those games.
I'm not about to start. So
I have no clue. I have no interest in
They're-
playing the weird Mega Man DS
yeah,
games.
they're it's
Mega
a
Man
sequel
DS.
series to Mega Man EXE. So yeah, enjoy, have fun. This is the last. After this collection though, there's no more Mega Man collections left.
It's not. I said the same thing, and I'm like, actually, it's not true. Legend.
No. That was what I was getting at because I've teased that. I put that as a bingo bet
Yeah.
multiple times. A Legends collection.
There's the-
Legends 1, 2,
We're
Tron
pretty
Bond,
much-
maybe 64.
We're at the exact same point that Capcom fighting collections are out, where there's like some weirdo outliers, right?
Yeah.
That are out there, and it's pretty much the Legends games, like 1 and 2.
And Tron Bond.
Tron Bond, like 1 in Tron Bond, and the Legendary 3, if that
Yeah.
probably is never going to happen. But
And 64, you could throw 64 in there.
yeah, I guess I don't know how much different that is.
I don't
But
know.
there's also the weird ass PSP games. There's the remake of Mega Man X. There's the remake of Mega Man 1.
Yeah.
There's like weird powered up versions.
Yeah,
There's a
Powered
few
up in
of
Maverick
those.
Hunter or whatever the
Yeah,
fuck it was.
exactly.
Yeah.
There's a few weirdos on PSP
Yeah.
that would be worth potentially investigating. But again, it's the same thing as in the Capcom Fighting Collection if they do a third one. It's like, yeah, we got like Tech Romancer. We got
Rival Schools 1.
Rival Schools 1. I don't know how much value that has for a lot of people. We also got the EX games, a few EX games. We're not going to get EX3. It's just not going to happen. We're not getting PS2 emulation of all things. It's just, there's no...
It's not that hard anymore. I don't know why. They act like it's impossible and it's not.
Well, it's super hard when you have to make it for a lot of different hardware. Because that's what emulators back end is that it's accounting to work on a whole bunch of different
Or
hardware.
you could just not worry about that because it's just PlayStation 5, Switch,
But
and Xbox.
what...
And Xbox, literally, we know the emulators run it well.
Sure, but
on
there's a
Xbox.
reason. There's a reason they have to reverse engineer this stuff, and it's that a lot of the technology that goes into making emulators run is proprietary, and you're just like taking it.
You know, it takes time and money and effort,
Right.
that they don't want to spend. But it's also at the same time, it's like it would cost less than a brand new video game.
Sure.
And you guys are so obsessed with reselling old stuff anyways.
No, I mean, like
you're getting to this point where it's like you're gonna have to spend the money and do it anyways.
emulating the way hardware works, like a chip works. There's legal behind that. And if you want to distribute that and sell it, and you're not just emulating the way the chip works, you're emulating the way the RAM works, you're emulating the way like all the internals work. You would think that's all owned by Sega, but it's actually not. Like Nvidia owns some of that shit too. So then you have to start like paying out all these people for every copy sold that have like, oh, we're technically recreating your game. Software drivers, like all the weird back end is the reason why it, not to mention from a technical level of making it work on everything appropriately. Like there's, and this is why like Digital Eclipse, like find ways of doing this because they get Capcom and they get these developers that have most of that stuff figured out. Yeah. They have like a lot of that stuff like on the legal back end taken care of, where they can just go do it, you know? And they have solutions for it that make sense, that work in a variety of ways. But Saturn, there's a reason why like what the Capcom Fighting Collection does with the Dreamcast emulator is really impressive, because they're maybe finding a way to get around some of that stuff.
Right.
Which is hard. Like it takes, and they're doing it in MT Framework 2.0, which is crazy. They're doing it in like, they're not doing an RE engine, they're doing it in their old shit. And it's why we don't see Dreamcast games everywhere. It's why we don't see Saturn games everywhere. It's like, once you get to that weird PlayStation era,
I
beyond,
think it's like this return on investment thing, because the investment's going to get so much greater to do Dreamcast and Saturn and whatever. So the return on these aren't high enough to make them feel it's worth it.
Digital Eclipse did MK4. Yeah. And all of them they can do MK Gold. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Digital Eclipse is now leaning into PlayStation 1 era abilities of recreation of games. But MK Gold is not a PlayStation 1 game. No. It's exclusively on the Dreamcast. Yeah. And there's a lot of fucked up weird things in it. That doesn't matter. People want the fucked up weird things. That's not really a problem. The issue is that having a lot of developers have access to recreating Dreamcast, tough. They probably don't have source code for that stuff. It is tough. A reminder, MVC2, when it came out, they had source code. Yeah. It was stitched together, held by duct tape, source code of like the Dreamcast arcade version. But very few devs have the ability to reproduce Dreamcast games at a level of fidelity that makes sense and is good. And fucking Capcom is one of them. They're like one of the few.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Well, because they use the Naomi board.
Well, right, but also like making it work. Oh, yeah. Like making it not suck from mass distribution.
The thing is like.
They did it on the PSP with the. Power Stone 2, the Power Stone collection.
They did it back in the day.
Yeah, back in the day on a PSP.
That wasn't even that far after.
It was like only a few years, like 5 years. Yeah.
The thing is, it's not this like, oh well, it's hard to do. It's like these systems can't handle. I'm like, yes, they can. It's do they want to spend the time and money to do it?
Absolutely.
Like,
do they have the expertise to do it? Because you just need people that are smart.
There's a myth out there that Saturn is so hard to emulate. Like you would need. Like it's not hard to emulate, but you're gonna need technical know-how. You're gonna need professionals. You're gonna need people who know what they're doing. Well, and you're gonna need to pay them.
That's what makes it hard. Because the Saturn's way of producing visuals is fucking weird.
It is no longer about can the hardware do this. No, modern video game systems can emulate them. Yeah. Yes, they can.
Like for example, even somebody said on my chat the other day that what's the new emulator solutions where you emulate things at a hardware level where you like what's it called, chat? What's that new not emulation shit? FPGA.
FPGA.
That
right?
Saturn FPGA is finally getting there now.
Yeah.
Like, and even that has like a ton of solutions and shit. Like a lot of completely different than the way traditional emulation works.
Right.
But still, that was taking a shit ton of work because Saturn is fucking complicated.
Yeah.
It's also why like PS2 is fucking complicated because PS2 is all CPU based and shit, and you have to like, it's like making PS3 games just work all over again. You have to reverse engineer the whole fucking game. And now even the tactics guys are running into that. They're not just emulating it. They couldn't just emulate it. They had to go back and rebuild the game. Guess how long it took them to rebuild the game?
Just as
longer
long
than it took
to make the game.
Like literally longer to rebuild it than it took to make the original goddamn game. Like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense, dude.
Yeah.
So you hate input lag with emulation. It's going away because people are sort of aware of it. But yeah, it has been shitty to say the least. Even the first Capcom Fighting Collection had a lot of input delay.
Yeah.
It was like, eesh, dude.
Remember those Mega Man collections?
Terrible.
Dude.
Oh my
Unfucking playable.
Those Mega Man collections?
man.
You and Steve were dying.
I couldn't believe it. And the same thing goes for the SNES Classic and the NES Classic.
Yeah.
Brutal. Like, I
The SNES
cannot.
Classic was bad. I was dying a lot in Donkey Kong Country. I'm like, this is not.
You're playing online.
Yeah, I'm like, this is not right. This is wrong.
Yeah. I noticed it in Mega Man 2, and I was like, I can't jump with accuracy.
And in a game where you have to be so accurate, it's just like, ugh.